From Central Indiana's number one news source, this is Fox 59 Tonight.
Hey, good evening. Thank you for joining us here on Fox 59 Tonight. I'm Cameron Riddle. We appreciate you downloading our new smart TV app, which you can find. It's called Fox 59 now. You'll find it on your Roku, Apple TV. Apparently Samsung TV is about to come up, and Apple TV, Fire TV, Samsung, and of course on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button so you never miss any of the conversations that we have every night at 8 o'clock. On tonight's show, we're talking about resources that are out there for you. I'm going to introduce you to some two folks from two fantastic organizations here in the city of Indianapolis that are standing by, waiting to help you. But you need to know that they are there. Tell a friend. Hey, these are resources here. If it's not for you, somebody can use it. And of course, if you've got time or talent or money that you want to donate, I'm sure these two ladies will say, come, call me, come down to the office because we could use your help. Those two ladies are in our studio. Tyla Ayers of We Bloom and the Reverend Laura Beth Bucklider, the founder of CP&R. Together, they are working on a new project to help everyone here in the city of Indianapolis. Ladies, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Tyla, we're going to start with you. Tell us about We Bloom for folks who've never heard of your organization. What do you guys do?
Sure. So We Bloom is a nonprofit focused on co-creating communities of healing, love, and justice. We believe that everyone is in recovery from something, whether that be incarceration, addiction, grief, or any life change. Our whole goal is to walk alongside people in their recovery journey.
So you guys have now teamed up with Rev. Let's go to you. What is CP&R about? Because we know what CPR is, but
we know what CPR is.
But you've got an and in there, so it's different.
They're not unrelated. No? I threw the and in there just to make sure we don't get them confused.
Yes. But, yeah. Or so that you don't get sued by somebody.
Well, that too. Always nice.
What is CP&R about?
CP&R is the Coalition for Peace and Restoration.
Okay.
And one of our first key projects is the Center for Peace and Restoration. And the center is a trauma-informed safe space for queer and queer-adjacent people to explore and or re-engage in spiritual development.
Together now, you two have come up with a way that what you do and what you do can intersect. And that's where we learn about the term called the Recovery Cafe, right?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So at our core, we operate a recovery cafe. It's called Recovery Cafe Indy. It's a safe space for people to come and enjoy a meal, peer support, and classes to help build stability and life skills.
Stability, life skills. And then, Rev, what are you bringing as part of this collaboration here?
Always a good question. So we connected. So the Recovery Cafe is a concept that came out of Seattle. The We Bloom founder, Beth, brought it here from her time in Seattle. And We Bloom also serves as the Midwest coordinator for more than 25 cafes throughout the Midwest right now. And so Beth and I met at a downtown clergy meeting last fall.
Okay.
And started comparing notes and realized that we had a lot of our goals in common. And one of the things that she was noting is that the queer community in the Recovery Cafe was feeling a little isolated from the general population there. And so we started talking about ways to create safer, more inclusive spaces within the Recovery Cafe.
And let me jump in real quick. You said the queer community itself was feeling isolated from everything else?
Yes. Okay. Just as part of the general population within the cafe.
Within the cafe, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. So we started talking about ways that could happen. Beth was applying for this grant with Faith in Action, which is a project of Christian Theological Seminary. As a graduate of Christian Theological Seminary, she approached me and asked if it was something we could partner in. And so they were awarded a planning grant from Faith in Action that is giving us some running room to look at recovery circles within the cafe, which is one of the primary tools that we use down there for peer recovery. specifically for the queer community and specifically focused around spiritual trauma.
Okay. I would imagine that in this day and age that we live in, both of what you guys do, what your organizations stand for, is probably gotten harder to do, and especially get financial support for. I know there's.
I don't have to imagine.
Yes, I know you don't. I don't. What has it been like for you?
Yeah, it's really fascinating. There is of course, the entire not-for-profit sector is struggling right now.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a momentum that is happening as people are becoming more aware of individual responsibility in that process. Things that we have kind of slept off as an institutional problem. There's more narrative around how individuals become part of the solutions for those endeavors. And so, and as headlines tend to get more and more, we'll call it challenging, especially for our community as trans and non-binary people. In a good P.T. Barnum style, there's no publicity is bad publicity. It draws attention to the need. And so our job at this point, both Tyla's job as donor engagement and my job as a founder of a brand new initiative, is to understand and recognize where we actually fit in a culture that is constantly evolving and constantly changing. And right now that message is, it's all of our job.
I've had lots of nonprofits come in and sit in the chairs that you ladies are sitting in, and
now I can imagine. Yeah.
Yes. And they have, we've talked about everything from the NPR situation and PBS of how folks are about to start losing jobs, and because the duty that we thought the government would carry to help nonprofits right now, that is not the flavor that is being dished out from the federal government. So then you say, okay, if the federal government can't do it, then folks say, well, we really have to lean on our corporate donors and partners to step up and do things. But then they're also getting some pushback or pullback, because now they're being told, you can't give money to this thing under these pretenses. And so, as you just said, now you're kind of you are seeing people say, okay, fine. If the government's not going to do it and the corporate donors are backing out, then we as individuals have to step up and do something.
Yeah, we as individuals, and from my particular location, it's a responsibility of the church to be the church, to step in as a social institution, as a vehicle of love and change and compassion, and be in a role that really was always theirs, ours, to fulfill in our culture and our society. From the perspective of a queer Christian, the church has done a lot of harm and done a lot of damage. And my invitation is for the church now to become part of that solution. In what has been left unattended to, that has left a lot of hurt and harm, a lot of addiction, a lot of struggle that needs recovered from, that both we at CP&R and We Bloom and the Recovery Cafe, we see that on a daily basis.
Well, Laura Beth, you gave me an idea for another topic to do, and that is the role of the church in today's society, because I've talked to another pastor who's been in here, who he talked about what people view in that sense of social responsibility varies based off of the denomination and the churches individually themselves. And so that's a very good...
It's a deep topic.
That's a deep topic. Yes.
Yeah,
So
I'll come back anytime.
Yeah, that could be a good one. That will be a good one. I'm sure of it. Tyler, you're the person who it's your job to navigate these trying times. of trying to literally find donors.
Yes.
What is that job like these days?
It is intentional, building relationships, and like Laura Beth mentioned, my focus is on individual donors. So people who feel connected to our mission, giving them opportunities to come and engage with us, to volunteer, to learn more about the programs that we offer, and just opportunity to grow with us.
Has it been, are you seeing it as well, that people are saying, yeah, I need to contribute individually and do something? People feel responsibility? Yeah,
I think because everyone is aware of where we are right now, and that everybody is going after the same corporations, and they're being stretched thin. So I think it is everyone's individual responsibility to take care of our community. And I believe that everybody is doing their job. We've seen a lot more support from individual donors this year, and it's very inspiring. And we hope that more people will come and learn and love We Bloom and support us.
How long have you been with We Bloom?
I have only been with We Bloom for 3 months.
Okay.
So I'm very new. But as soon as I hit the ground, I hit it running. We just lost 90% of our state contracts, our funding. So
wow.
I had to really put that hat on quick and move fast.
Did you know that when you applied for that job?
I did not know that. And that's okay. I just kind of go with the flow of life. I believe that I was assigned here for a reason, and that to build out those relationships and really find people that are mission aligned that really want to support us.
So
she's taken to it like a duck to water.
Yes.
Well, that's good. You were put there at the right time, right place.
Yes, I believe so.
But hang on a second. So you lost 90% of your state funding?
We did. We did. Yeah, we did.
For people, so as people are listening, okay, why should I go into my pocket and support We Bloom? Let's talk about what you guys have been doing with that money, and now what you're faced with, because you're trying to figure out, okay, we're going to be able to provide X service, or is it going to go away? What have you guys been doing?
Like we've been talking about, the Recovery Cafe is at the heart of what we do. So that is a safe space for people to really come in on any day, sit down, get some air, some fresh air, get a meal, be able to connect with other people that are in recovery. We have resource managers on staff that are able to connect them to resources. I mean, just something as simple as getting a meal, those basic needs met, I think is major for our community, especially being downtown where you see people that are experiencing lots of homelessness. So not only are we just that space, but our recovery circles are a chance for people to talk about their challenges and their goals and their struggles with recovery. And that peer support is everything. Just feeling like you belong somewhere, that sense of belonging. Then you can begin to address those needs that are not necessarily being met. So what we do is we are a home for a lot of people every day who come and just need somebody to talk to, just need to charge their phone, to make a phone call, to talk to somebody, to create art, and to create memories with that may just be on the street for most of the day. So I think that's just so important in Indianapolis, where you see all this homelessness, downtown where we are located. Our people need us. Our community needs us, and we need individual donors and the community to wrap their arms around us and continue to support us during this trying time. Now,
I'm going to ask you a question that you may not know the answer to, and it's okay if you don't, but you mentioned that the meal, when folks come in the door, it's free.
It's free.
And I'm sure a lot of the services, if not all the services you guys provide to people coming in the door, is free.
Free.
However, you guys had to pay somebody for that food.
Yes, we do.
And for these resources.
We do.
And so that is where I say you may not know the answer to the question, but who are you guys paying, or what are you guys paying? That's an area where people could say, hey, I want to help donate for food. I want to provide, money for your food budget. where can people help in that area? Because nothing is free. It's free for the people, but it's not free for We Bloom.
That's true. No, it's not free for our members, but there is a cost for us. It is free, for our members, but we have to pay staff, first and foremost, salaries, the overhead costs of having this brand new building, which we finally just this year moved into a new space. So we have a permanent home for our members to come to, and just could imagine all the costs that are there. We partner strategically with Gleaners and Second Helpings to provide our meals. We've recently expanded that partnership so we can place orders and pay for more meals for special events and things like that. So donations go towards continued programming, which are facilitated by people like Laura Beth here and our staff. And
we really can't underemphasize the importance of the administrative staff. That is one of the hardest things to fundraise for. Because the meals are visible.
Yes.
That's an easy thing for people to get behind. The social services are present and needed and desperately there. I had somebody recently ask, we were at a meeting together, and I was like, what do you want us to fund? And my response to that is always, if I can ask you to fund anything, it's easy to go to the basic physical needs. In my world, it's easy to go straight to the spiritual answer to say we need books and education and resources. But if you really want to make an impact, fund belonging, fund places that create a sense of community, that create that safe place for people to be. Beth just released an article yesterday that it really emphasizes the fact that belonging is not a luxury. Belonging is an essential human need. And if we can fund belonging, then we create those spaces where people feel safe to ask for their needs. They feel safe to be vulnerable and pursue those needs. They feel safe to grow into their own identity, to own their own hurts and traumas and everything that is keeping them from living that full, healthy life that we also deeply, deeply long for.
We'll talk about some more of the things that you guys do more about the partnership collectively here in a little bit. But while we're talking about surviving, Tyler, you all do have something to celebrate. You're number 6.
Yes, we do. So we are hosting our 6th annual Feeling the Love fundraising breakfast on August 21st. That's next week on Thursday at 9 a.m. It's an opportunity for anyone to come and learn about the services that we provide, the great work that we're doing in the community, and hopefully support us. We love the support. We need the support, to be quite frank. And we hope that you guys will be able to join us.
Rev Laura Beth, how long has your organization been around?
So when I say we're brand new, I mean, you can go look at our website. It's not pretty yet. We're still too new to have a pretty website, but we have a website. I'm proud of that. I did it all by myself. Our official birthday, we incorporated with the state of Indiana on June 16th of this year. We had our first board meeting about 3 weeks later. And so very excited about all of that. This has been about a vision that has been blooming, if you will, in my head for about 10 years. And so, I've been doing the work in spiritual direction, in church relations, in community relations for that amount of time. So we're just now starting to build the infrastructure for that to happen in a more intentional and sustainable way.
Well, you mentioned infrastructure, and the infrastructure currently happens to be in the same building with We Bloom.
It is.
At 701 South Meridian Street. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so that if you're familiar with the old South Side neighborhood and know where the Harley-Davidson dealership used to be, that's the building that We Bloom has acquired and done a fabulous job of renovating. Into a really cool space. The Recovery Cafe is on the first floor with a full industrial kitchen. There's a coffee bar. We're looking for an espresso machine if anyone has a good lead for us there. and some lovely outdoor space for some to get some air. It's a 3-story building, so the third floor of it is been designated as a youth recovery space.
Mm-hmm.
We're still working on building out that programming.
Is this it? Look at
Yes,
that's it.
that's
That's
it.
the one.
That's
Yeah.
the one.
It looks a lot different now.
It
Yes,
does look a
that
lot
is.
different.
This was
Yeah,
this was from May 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, yeah.
So this was mid construction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes, and it's a much prettier green. Yeah.
South Meridian. So I do this to show everybody where we're going. 701 South Meridian.
Mm-hmm.
Before the road comes back, you can see Shapiro's right there
Yeah.
You
in
can.
the distance.
Yeah.
So
The second floor of the building is intentionally built out as a training space and a co-working space.
okay.
And so there's a few offices. I'm the first tenant.
Okay. Congratulations.
and thank you. It's been a lot of fun. So we'll use that for an office for spiritual direction.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to set up our little podcast studio, which is what I've been trying not to drool since the moment I walked in. Your space here.
Thank you.
And so there's still some other office space. So if you have a nonprofit, the goal is to bring people together that align with this mission and vision.
That's right.
Well, it's good to see making good use of
Yeah.
buildings downtown and spaces. So
It is, yeah. There's a lot more that can be done, and things that we, think about as far as housing insufficiencies and everything. That we would love the building to be everything to everybody all the time.
right.
But there's still a lot more space and a lot more things that could be done.
Well, we're looking forward to it because I know that was a photo. We got to send Google back down the street so they can see the pretty new paint job and all the uplifting facelift that's been done on that building in a
Have
year.
some signage going up soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what the final product looks like, and then get people to come inside. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to talk more about the Recovery Cafe and how your two organizations are working together to serve the community. More of Fox 59 tonight is coming up right after this.